This is a surprise, a welcome visitor. We've gone up market. The only trouble is if this footage is ever put out on YouTube, our rates will go up. Yeah, it's absolutely a beautiful day, and yeah, the wife's talking to me. Yeah, this is, I'd love to say here's your new present, Tulsa, but it's not ours. So yeah, this has been a year in restoration and repair. It had a terrible mishap, but anyway, look at it. It's just like a new one. Absolutely beautiful. In fact, it is very new. It hasn't even got 10,000 kilometers on the clock. And you might wonder about the 888 and the 512, which adds up to 8 as well. 4 8s. 4 8s. 8 is the lucky number. And those big holes in the back, they're just for exhaust gases, by the way. And it's just beautiful. And you can see the background where we live. Anyway, we better hear the noise. Do you want to just get in and start it up? No, that's what you call...
That's a throaty roar.
Yeah, well, we better just get that sort of
Throaty.
burble. It's just called a burble. And yeah, that's... the beauty with this paintwork is that, yeah, you get these wonderful reflections. Except for this old guy, but I can't help him. Wow, that is cool. Let's go.
Yeah, but you're driving.
Hey?
You're driving.
You're going to let me drive?
Is he insured too?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, wow. It's my dream car. So that's
button,
back, yeah. And
that's reverse.
Handbrake.
Automatic. Handbrake's auto.
Auto.
So you're in reverse.
So just... Wow. Just turn the music off. Do you know how to do that?
That's it.
Yeah, the ride immediately on a dirt road, you don't know you're on a dirt road. It just sort of rolls. Bentley's over the oh yeah, there's power there. I'm frightened. Well, Andrew, this has got to be a day of my life I'll never forget. Gotcha.
Yeah, those two pedals there, they're if you're in your manual mode.
Yeah.
And they're, because it's Volkswagen Audi, they're the same as the Lamborghini Murcielago, I think, pedals.
This is better than your aeroplane. Wow.
No, they're the Gallardo pedals.
Yeah. So like,
Up and down. I've never used them yet.
look, you'd have to take a while just to get comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll do everything you want and more probably, but God, everything feels so good. I mean, the way they've got the brakes and the feel, the feedback through the wheel is it's like sensitive, but you expect it to be heavy. I mean, I can imagine it sort of going over the top of the high country, Kosciuszko, with the roof down, and wow.
You can feel the torque, can't you?
Look, everything, it's just, I mean, I'm not even touching 5% of it.
It's a little bit like a sports car.
It is a sports car. It's the most expensive sports car that I've ever been in. And I have been in Andrew's Lambo, but yeah, this is Yeah, it's added a lot of class. The other's a lot of grunt. This is a lot of class, and I'm sure it's got a lot of grunt too. But how does one explain what total technical capability is all about? This has got it. Design is the ultimate. The simplicity. It's functional. I love the way you stir down those cylinders where your instrumentation is.
Yeah.
And for Christ's sake, none of this digital crap. This is real analog with probably 100 computers working it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually feel people's necks twisting round when they see it coming towards them going, that must look... I mean, there isn't a speck of dust on the bonnet.
No. So the colour of the car, it's called Beluga Black, and Bentley made 3 different blacks, and they stopped using Beluga Black in about 2010, 2012, because they found it showed up too many swirl marks compared to the other 2 blacks. But the colour itself is beautiful.
Yeah, look, Andrew did explain about the washing of the car. You've got to wash it in a certain way so you don't get the streak marks in it, and he's done a great job. You might, just like Andrew, for the sake of the video, just explain the background of how you found it and a little bit about it. It's very low K, isn't it?
Yeah, when I got it, it had about 6,900 Ks on it, and it came from Western Australia with a full service history. Even though it's 10 years old, it had every service, every single year, stamped by Bentley. So I think it was a lady who owned it, and she probably only put a couple hundred Ks a year on it, but she'd have it obviously trucked from her house to Bentley to have it serviced every year, just to keep it working. And then she must have been in some mishap, and it damaged the door, the driver's door, and the inside door card, and because of that they wrote the car off, because Bentley couldn't guarantee that they could colour match the interior, and because it did need a new door card. And then the car went through an auction, and I bought it. It came from Western Australia, had it trucked over, and it's taken me a year to get it on the road.
It's just...
But there was absolutely no structural damage at all to the car. It was only cosmetic. It was the aluminium door, a few dings just on the side, which they panel beat it out.
You were lucky to find the guys to do that work as well, weren't they? Because they're pretty specialised.
Yeah, it's hard to find guys that do a good job.
Yeah, well, they certainly achieved that. Just photographing it before. Yeah, it's just like a black mirror. And also, I have to say, it's a beautiful morning. We've had, pretty average winter weather for the last few weeks. And today, hey presto, we've got blossoms on the trees, and spring is happening.
And we've got the Breitling clock there.
Beautiful. Is that standard, or?
Yeah, that's standard. So Breitling also make wrist watches called the Breitling Bentley, or Breitling for Bentley, and they're some nice watches. They're quite expensive. Gun it.
Oh dear, way out of my control. We're up to 120 and I didn't even breathe in once. Yeah, this is, look, out of control gobsmacking. Already illegal because we're outside of our restricted 5k, but I'll get down here and turn around and go back. But Yeah, we've got all sorts of lockdown restrictions on, so incriminating myself here. But really, what an opportunity. I've actually been licking my little lips with envy when Andrew said, I've got a new car, and I immediately picked it. I could just see it in his face, and knowing Andrew as I do. But Peter Harlow and myself, we both sort of judge it to be one of the most desirables, and my God, the reality is more than that. Exceptionally desirable. There's an interesting thing though, even driving it at 60 is very, very pleasant. It's just one of those beautiful experiences that you say, well, wow. You could cruise along very, very happily, just enjoying being in this environment. Just turn around here. Wide. In fact, just for the hell of it, do you want to drive it back? And then I get the feeling of being a passenger. I'll just pull over there.
Yeah.
So, there we go. So you can even see me in the reflection. That's the mirror. So maybe, Andrew, describe your anticipation and now reality. How does it stack up?
The power is fantastic, and I'm comparing this to the previous car, which was a twin turbo V12 Mercedes, and that had over 600 horsepower. And this has got slightly less, but it feels more torquey.
Yep. So the engine is, just for those who don't understand these things,
it's a W12. It's like two V6s put together into one motor. And it only came out on the Bentleys, and VW put one in a car called a Phaeton, but that never came to Australia. That was, I think, an American car and parts of Europe. The handling, it stays flat going hard around the corner, which is pretty nice. It feels like a sports car, but it's a Tourer, Grand Tourer.
Good God. It's got incredible brakes as well.
Yeah.
There's nothing an effort.
Huge.
I mean, when you really get comfortable with it, I mean, it's just eats up these roads, and this is not a big road by any means. It's got a reasonable surface, but
There's no body roll around the corner.
no, it's just,
It's sports car like.
yeah, you're going to go left here.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just went up probably past something you're not allowed to talk about. I think we were 5k over the speed limit. But anyway, it's another little experience to put in your box of memories of what I did in my life. And it literally does put a great big smile in your face.
It actually scares you when you.
Ah, look, it scares me just thinking of the amount of manpower invested in building this thing. I guess it was built-in crew.
Yeah, it was.
Engine obviously is Volkswagen, but the crafts involved in putting these things together, yeah, it's just one thing. It's craftsmen and ladies, I'm sure.
It's addictive. It makes you want to accelerate this car.
Well, when you wake up in the morning and you say, well, this is another day in lockdown.
Yeah.
Anyway, quick message to my good mates in England. Stuart and Alex, you'll be the main recipients, I guess, for motoring interest. And obviously, Stuart, your Jaguar's not that far away, and Alex, hopefully you've got your car sprayed now, the MG. So yeah, between you all, you've got some desirable toys. Yeah. Certain things are just well above your normal anticipation and understanding of what transport's all about.
It's true.
And no problem at all on windy roads. I mean, I have seen a YouTube video of a guy driving one of these in Derbyshire, and yeah, it's the perfect machine.
You can look it up on the internet, but in about 2008, this Bentley, the same model, had the world ice speed record, and it was about 320 k's an hour from memory.
Wow. Well, there we are. Back to reality. But anyway, it'll be fun this afternoon putting this together and making up a little video for Andrew and the guys. Where are we? My next door neighbour in the ditch. She's been working hard. Anyway, well, I'd like to say thank you, Andrew. I know you've only just got this back out of all the various stages of restoration, and I feel very privileged that you've come up here first.
Not a
and,
problem.
Given me a little spin, and
Cool.
even better, a drive.
Yeah, good stuff.
It'll make my Skoda seem a bit. I have to say, Andrew's day car is a Volkswagen van.
Yeah.
So that's what he drives around in, bright yellow. So this is yellow and black. Well, he's
Magnolia, they call it.
Magnolia.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, over and out from Andrew and Mike on, and hopefully more videos to come.
Yeah.
Rock on.
Bye-bye.